Xavier Wills here for PlatinumLabs.com. I'm here with Chris Ormsby, who's been helping us out all day from 8 in the morning. We're here at the IFBB O'Mara Classic 2014, and Chris, it's been a long ass day. It's 1 in the morning. We got here what, about 8 in the morning? Yeah, 8 a.m. So it's been a long ass day. It's been the best part of 24 hours. So it's been a great contest though. We was obviously here at pre-judging in the morning, and then we went on to the finals, which started at 5 o'clock. Yep. And yeah, it's a really good standard. We saw some good standout competitors, and we'll kick it off in the teenage where we started. Now we had Matthew Bongiorno, he took that out, and I thought it was quite convincing at pre-judging. But then we had Jake Powell, Palmer, sorry, and at finals he came back really strong, but by then it's probably already done. And but Jake, yeah, they both had great legs. They both seemed to have pretty decent conditioning too. Yeah,
I just think if Jake got the legs in a little bit better, he would have been the standard, but obviously overall package, and Bongiorno takes it out. Yeah, absolutely.
Now Michael Vicarage in the juniors. Now he was a freak. I know Michael, and I've seen him, leading.
Mitchell.
I always call him Michael. I don't know why that is, but yeah, Mitchell. I've seen him coming into the comp, just seen him, just a few little sneaky pictures and stuff, and he's looked good. But I wasn't expecting what we saw today, and he was just out of control. He was like granite hard, and I mean, you could make a case for him possibly winning the overall.
Absolutely, just hamstrings, glutes, everything, all there, thickness, top to bottom, and just stage presence as well. How was the routine on him?
Yeah, he's doing like a handstand routine, and I don't think people were really expecting that. And I knew it was coming because he told me he did like a backflip and everything in his routine. But yeah, another great routine, and I think obviously a deserving winner in his class. And like I said, could have won the overall. It'd been a different day, he could have won it.
Absolutely, just phenomenal presentation. That's what it was for him. He's just top notch and doesn't rate himself as high as what he really is. Yeah, I love that. That humble approach is what really makes people stand out even more to me. Yep. And he has it. He's phenomenal.
Definitely. Now in the under 80s was my guy, a guy who's double my age. I've been prepping this year, and he actually went on to win the overall, which I was, amazed with and very, very happy for him. He's been 27 years, never won an overall, and he won it here. He's up against Chris Snell, and it was actually, in his class, apparently he did have straight ones, but I mean, Chris Snell, he's got some crazy legs, huge sweep on it. And he brought a good package, but I think Dean was just a little bit more, I suppose, granite hard through the hamstrings and stuff like that.
Yeah, so Chris has got phenomenal delts, arms, everything, it's all there. Glutes were in, but just Dean pulls it away with that overall, top to bottom, just granite. He's just ridiculous.
Yeah, so Dean obviously went on to take out the overall as well. Christophe Cisse, he did the over 90s. He's made some big improvements. He did do the classic, and he's moved up from there. Really wide clavicles and tiny waist. What do you think of Christophe?
He's just delts from the front, phenomenal. His legs were in. They were great. Didn't really fade anywhere, except maybe a little bit through middle and lower back. But he had the size. Just coming through that condition, I think, was what let him down for the overall, but obviously stand out in his lineup for sure.
In the classic, we had Zoltan Matrov. He came out, and he didn't jump out at me when he first walked out, but the more he saw him pose, the more he impressed me.
Yeah, that it just came on, didn't it? His legs all the way top, knees to hips. It was just popping by the end of his session up there, and he was really real standout by the end of it. Absolutely.
Yeah, I totally agree. And Dmitry Begulov, how do you say that? Begulov?
I don't know.
Yeah, well, I'm going to go with that. Now, he, from the front, he's very, very good, very impressive, does have the classic type of shape. From the back, I thought he's a little bit soft. I did talk to him about that, and he said maybe he's not posing quite as hard, but he did, he is always a little bit softer from the back than the front, and I think he just needs to overall get a bit harder for the, I suppose, back to come in.
Yeah, and just his awareness of his legs and everything when he's on there, he does really pull away with the midsection, really tight, good chest, good arms, but just getting the legs on, keeping them on. I think for him, his ab thigh from the front's great, and then he'll go into a, let's say, front double bicep, and it might fall away a bit in the legs. So it's just a mental game for him, I think. Being aware of that and just picking it up. Same thing from the back through the hammies as well. He loses it a little bit, but he came out in physique, tall. He did pretty well for himself for a guy who's never put a pair of board shorts on and done that before. So again, just that awareness of how he's posing and knowing how everything is in relation to everything else. But other than that, he's another one of the standouts of today, definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
Now, in the men's physique, I mean, we had almost a bit of an upset. We had our man Johnny Akari, who trains at our gym, and I mean, he's gone in as a big favourite. And after prejudging, I thought he was going to have that division. It wasn't to be. He came in third, which was, you know, a shock for me, and I know he was upset about it. But we had Peter, what was his last name? Lupica?
Lupica, yes.
Peter Lupica, he comes out and wins this, and he's been a kind of, I suppose, a favourite of the judges, and they like what he brings to the stage. I think both of us kind of, I suppose, not taking nothing away from Peter, both kind of disagreed with it a little bit, and we thought maybe Johnny should have been in that first place.
Yeah, absolutely. I do agree with that. Just thickness through the back, and he's just on point with his posing between transitions as well. So physique is more about how they hold themselves as much as anything else, and he just pulls away when he's, you know, going through his quarter turns, and yeah, real thickness through the back as well. So unfortunate for him, but he is going to nationals.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
that's what he says. I'm holding him to it right now.
And I'm excited to see him at nationals. And I think on a national level as well, with his level of muscularity, I think they're going for more muscular looking at nationals. I think they'll get rewarded.
Hopefully. Yeah, thickness. Just he pulls away with that sort of thing. So hopefully, for his sake and for ours, we just love him to death. Yeah. So hopefully he'll really turn it up over there. And I think it's 2 weeks away.
Yep. And in the open bikini, we're going to move on to there. In the open bikini short, we had Alice Round winning it, and then the tall, we had Ash Watt winning it. And it seemed like in the overall, it was a battle kind of between them. There's a few other girls as well, but I did think it was going to come down to them. What do you think about the decision with Ash Watts getting the win? Ash Watt, sorry.
Well, Alice is pretty well known. So's Ash, to be honest. Could have gone either way, in my opinion. I love Alice for just the sharpness through the midsection, and she carries it the whole way, top to bottom. So she really does stand out with that, and same with her presentation. But Ash is really, you know, used to the stage. She does it well up here, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. So again, could have gone either way, and it went Ash's way tonight. Could be different, you know, in whatever. But Alice is going to the Worlds. So she will be on in 2 or 3 weeks' time, and she's only going to get better. Yep. Every single show, she just gets better. Yeah. So
they both have very different looks. I mean, Alice has a more, she's maybe a little bit more conditioned. She had, you know, quite a balanced physique, but I think Ash Watt actually has a slightly rounder physique. She's got a slightly rounder look to her muscles. Her quads, the sweep comes out a little bit, and things like that. Alice, you know, from the back is maybe slightly more developed, but you know, it was such a close decision. I think probably the right decision was made, and I think Alice was a very close second.
Absolutely, yeah, agree with that for sure. Either way tonight, and you know, in 2 weeks' time they could be judged different. Yep, it's that close, so you know, that's the bikini, and that's how it normally always is. So good on Ash, well deserved, absolutely. Yeah. In the women's physique, we had Michelle Cleaverley taking out. Now she had a great routine, great physique as well, a good level of muscularity, and I don't think that you know, I don't think anyone's going to beat her today. To be honest, I don't think so either. She's got the size. She brings the condition. Routine was fantastic, and yeah, she's really nails her posing. She knows what she's doing up here, that's for sure. So, you know, the other girls did really well. Condition was there, but I just think on size for physique, that's what they're after, the bigger girl. And yeah, she did really well tonight. Yep.
Now let's move on to figure. In figure, we had in the short class, we had Platinum Labs' very own Amy Harper making her figure debut in the IFBB, looking sensational, winning her class, and I mean, it was more than deserved. So, a big congrats to her. I think, you know, with Amy, she can still got more muscle to add and stay in the figure category. So I think she's got, you know, a great physique, a great shape. Just adding a little bit more muscle will improve her placings. And I think, you know, had she had a little bit more muscle in this comp, she would have won the overall.
Yeah, her condition was fantastic. I mean, I saw her, it must have been 2 years ago now, on a fitness stage, and she looked good then, but she's just really, you know, put on that extra size, come in a little bit harder than fitness, obviously, and stepped it up. So she's only going to improve. This is her first one, and she went in an open class and won. So you couldn't have asked for much more than that. Exactly. Absolutely.
And Michelle Witomski takes out the overall here. She told me she hadn't been on stage in 3 years, and she's come back and she comes out with an overall, which is pretty sensational.
Yeah, she just amazing delts and everything like that. It was to me obvious. I picked it from the start, but again, just just that full package, what the figure girls want. You know, there's got the shoulders popping, not too big, conditioned there through the midsection, and posed really well. So she, stage presence was great. She deserved it.
I think she was the most balanced in terms of muscularity, shape, all that kind of stuff. So it was close, but yeah, I did think that the right decision was made in the end, and she came out with a win. But that is pretty much a wrap from the 2014 IFBB O'Mara Classic. I want to thank Mike O'Mara for having us here, and for Chris Ormsby, Xavier Wills, PlatinumLabs.com.